Hey, Steelers Nation, Joe Rocky here with the Pittsburgh Syndicate coming back at you. In the news today, the day before training camp, we're getting two interesting pieces of information coming from some former Steelers in Chicago. First being Buddy Johnson, the second being Claypool. So we're going to start this episode by talking about Kevin Colbert was a great general manager here in Pittsburgh 4 years. He might have done his absolute best ever trade as he was leaving in his final season. When we look at this Chase Claypool for the first pick of the second round, which eventually became Joey Porter Jr., Joey Porter hasn't even played a snap yet. Factually correct. However, Chase Claypool had the worst individual winning record of any player in the NFL last year, and he was incapable of becoming effective in that Chicago offense last year. One of the absolute worst players, and there's no reason to really see the difference. The Steelers knew that Chase Claypool was not a good fit for his roster based upon the personality. And for those that remember, whenever Cam Hayward does his DVE hits in the morning, Chase was saying, well, we need to listen to more music, be more relaxed. And Cam was pushing the exact opposite direction. We need to become more focused. We need to become more zeroed in. We got man up. And who was right? Cam Hayward, of course. It's the way it is. So when you get someone who you know is detrimental to your team and you need to get rid of them, normally that's the end of the discussion. He just gets cut. He's a useless asset. No one wants to pay for him. But Colbert to get the first pick of the second round out of Chicago is absolutely immense. And I believe this is the best trade, even if Porter is an incendiary bust in the worst case scenario. And the simple fact is getting rid of Chase Claypool was addition by subtraction. We knew that our locker room, especially wide receivers, had been taken as a remnant of the craziness of Antonio Brown. It then spilled over into Juju, who refused to go to road games so he could do TikTok appearances. It was getting into Claypool. And the Steelers have finally rooted that problem out in the bud. And you have seen my many episodes. There are things about Deontay Johnson's game that I do not like, but he does not have these personality problems. This guy is in the remnant of Ward in terms of his ethic. And that is why the Steelers absolutely won the Claypool trade, getting him out of the building, let alone for Joey Porter, who could become an absolute amazing steal. The second person I want to talk about in today's episode is Buddy Johnson, who went to Chicago as well. He just got signed up with them after a workout today. And the reason this is significant is a lot of people are saying that Robison, our former 7th round pick, is like the future middle linebacker. Johnson was a better athlete across the board, bigger, faster, from a better school, than Robison was. And we look at this and say he was a 4th round pick and he wasn't able to stay on a roster that the linebacking core was horrible. I mean, that's a fact. It's better this year almost because it couldn't be worse. And when we look at what we're trying to expect out of a 7th round draft pick, knowing that a 4th round draft pick couldn't make the team with essentially the same people evaluating them, it's a very hard sell. So while I think it's going to be a nice story, Robinson may end up being your special teams Sean Moore extraordinaire type. Could be great for him. But to think that he is going to become the next Larry Foote or Ferrier, that's delusional. And the number one hope is that one of the free agents that we brought in, either from Washington or Miami, are able to step up and do that. Or if Neal ends up playing middle linebacker instead of safety and does that. So when we look at this team overall, great spot. Colbert put us in an awesome position, and we need to really be excited. Camp starts tomorrow. I can't wait to start breaking down the activities from Latrobe. And guys, this is an amazing team. I'm so excited for it. Keep watching us on the channel, and we'll be with you tomorrow.